God, guys, oh my god, are we here for this fantasy? Because I am living for it. Are we here for it, guys? My little outfit, these little Givenchy sunglasses, a little Givenchy trench coat moment, we have an Aritzia bodysuit, little Givenchy belt moment, some Givenchy boots. I'm like totally living for this fantasy. Did you guys like that? What is up, you guys? You're watching Sergio's Secret. Before I get started with today's video, if you please give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I post a video Monday through Friday on contemporary and designer fashion. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any one of my uploads, guys. So I was already kind of doing this research, so you guys know every Friday I'm doing a collection of handbags. Weeks ago we did Chloe. We did the Chloe collection. We talked about all the Chloe handbags. So if you're interested to know my thoughts and opinions on the entire range of Chloe handbags, leave it linked down below. Unfortunately, through the weather that happened and I was without electricity, so I wasn't able to post this video last Friday, so we're just gonna post it on this Friday and we're just gonna keep on going forward. Let me know what other type of brands you want to see. I have one for TORY, BURCH, and for Chloe. I think I want to do either Loewe or definitely Valentino next. And so since I was researching for this video, usually what I do is I go to Google Docs, I type in, I do all my research, and I was like, you know what, how many Givenchy items do I actually have? I have one handbag. I tend to talk a lot, so be prepared. It's probably gonna take a hot minute, but we'll go through everything. Remember how much I love this trench coat from Givenchy? I just added this belt maybe 2 weeks ago, and then the boots I've already had and the sunglasses I've had for like over a year. And so I was like, you know what, let's live this Givenchy moment. If the girls want a Givenchy video, I have to give them a full Givenchy look. I just texted a group chat of my friends and I was like, oye, como que pasa, que pex, como le gustan. Do people say that? I don't think so. Like, te gusta mi outfit? Like, what's up? And everybody's like, Sergio, you look so good. You look like $1 million. You look so snatched. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much for the compliment. And they're like, you have to wear that tomorrow. Well, I'm saving this outfit for Friday, and this video is actually gonna get uploaded on Friday. Make it seem like I'm wearing the outfit the same day, but no. This video will go on Friday, and I'll be wearing this on Friday. I'm gonna be giving the girls a Givenchy fantasy on Fridays. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the video. My little MacBook right here, my little MacBook Momento. I'm going to talk about everything, and yeah, stay strapped. We're going to talk about Givenchy handbags. We're going to talk about, is it worth it, is it not worth it, the market, their current lineup, my thoughts and my opinions. Have I had some of these bags? Have I not had some of these bags? And I will leave all the links for all the handbags that I'm talking down below, including the corresponding pre-loved version. So Fashion File is my favorite place to get pre-loved handbags. I love Fashion File so much. Me and Fashion File have a relationship like this, and so I trust them, the authenticity and everything. You never have to worry about anything. So I will be leaving links, the full retail version and then also the pre-loved version. So let's go ahead and get started. Givenchy current lineup. Doing research for this video, I was looking at the Givenchy website. First of all, I hate the website. It's literally so hard. Like, pictures move, whatever. You know, even though I'm 20, I like it to be simple. I've gotten accustomed to like a Nordstrom's website where it's like super easy, super simple. Just get to look at everything, not all these like different pictures and different sides. Like, I know it's pretty aesthetically, but for me to be shopping to actually look at stuff, I'm just like, it drives me insane. So in the current lineup for Givenchy, guys, we have the Antigona, which is going to be this one right here. Lineup is going to be the Givenchy Antigona. This is the Antigona right here. I have mine in the medium size. I'll kind of talk about mine in a second. So in the Givenchy Antigona, recently kind of had its 10-year anniversary of the handbag. So Givenchy handbag, the Antigona, the classic one, has been around for 10 years. So that being said, usually the designer brands, usually after 5-6 years, they really tend to discontinue a handbag, or even after a few seasons. And you know, within the test of time, through the social media age, Givenchy Antigona is still carried by Givenchy, and it is actually their #1 line. In this video, what you'll notice is that there's not really a lot of Givenchy handbags, and I'll kind of talk about that because I really have a lot of strong feelings about that. But their #1, their bread and butter, just like Chloe is, for Chloe it's a Chloe Marcy, but just for Givenchy, amigas, it's literally going to be the Antigona. This is their bread and butter. When you think of a Givenchy handbag, there's many variations that they've done throughout the years, but you really think about the Givenchy Antigona in any size. That being said, peaked around 2014 and 2016. That's when I saw a spike and a huge popularity of this handbag come in. So they come in 5 sizes, 2 of them being recent additions to the Antigona. I feel like they kind of added this one around the 10-year anniversary, which was last year. They have the baby size, which is right here. This baby size for the Antigona is going to be $590, and the prices are going to be kind of like the base kind of styles and the base colors. Obviously, if you go to like metallics or different textures, they're obviously going to be a little bit more of a premium. The first one is going to be the baby, $590. It has a little key ring on it that I've actually seen people put it all over their Antigonas, put it on the side and kind of have it as a side charm. Personally, I wouldn't wear it as that. Baby is super cute, but I find that it's not really practical. I feel like they kind of went towards that kind of Jacquemus route, but they do have the baby. It got introduced last year. Next size is the Nano, which I actually do really like this bag. It comes in right at under $1,000. It is $990. It comes in a lot of colors and a lot of variations. What you'll see is that the Antigonas throughout the years, they've done so many different styles, so many suedes, different materials, vegan leather. They've done it all within those 10 years, but definitely been a new one, and I see that it's been sticking for them. I've been seeing people wear the Givenchy Nano handbag. It is $990. It is a great size as a perfect crossbody, especially during these times where it's either you want a really big bag or you really want a small bag. This one, your phone, your card cases, AirPod, a lip balm, a face mask, and you're out the door. What I find about the Nano, it is the perfect kind of going out bag. You can take this to the bars, you can take this to a concert, you can take it, you know, out and about. So I do think that Nano is going to be kind of a popular size for Givenchy, and especially the price point. But I do think that that is a really great bag. It is made in the beautiful kind of grain sugar leather, which is one of their top leathers in their current lineup. So they have 2 leathers that they usually do. They usually do this very kind of glazed look. I remember when I first got into Givenchy, I remember that I thought it was a very scratchable bag, but actually the coating on it, you can literally run your fingers super hard and literally you will not get some sort of wear on it. The coating that they use is top notch, and you can literally beat this bag up to death. And then they used to do that one a little bit more. They don't do it as much. And then the second variation is obviously going to be the sugar, which is going to be kind of more of a grainy material, and that's what they kind of use a little bit more nowadays. And that's what the Nano is made out of. It's made out of that grainy leather, so it's going to be super durable. It has a little bit of texture to it, and it's a really great price point. For me, the Nano, if you're looking for a nice handbag under $1,000 that carries the essentials, but it's also not like ridiculous as like a baby size that's $590. I think that the Nano is a really great choice, and I actually really like it. I'm planning a lot of handbag content, and I'm doing handbags under $1,000, and this is gonna be one that I'll be mentioning. I think that the Nano is such a beautiful size. Next one is going to be the Mini. I used to have the Mini. I've had it for like 4 or 5 years, and then I ended up getting rid of it because I have 2 Antigonas, and I'd rather keep the larger one because I tend to use this one a little bit more than the smaller one. And then that one comes in at $17.90. They have a small, which is $22.90. That one I would say is like the perfect everyday handbag size. Like that one is the perfect everyday handbag size. And then they have a medium, which is going to be $24.50, which is going to be the size that I have here. What I love about the medium, for me, I'm 5'11", about 165 pounds. Some days I'm 160, some days I'm 170. And what I love about it is that it fits a laptop. So, you know, I have my laptop right here looking at my notes. You know, this is a 13-inch computer. I can put it inside of here, fits perfectly. I can fit documents, I can fit planners, I can fit a full-size wallet. I can stuff my entire life in this handbag, and it fits here perfectly. So when I purchased this handbag, I knew that this Antigona satchel was going to be a handbag that I was going to use for that purpose. Now I will, in September, this will be a 3-year anniversary handbag in my collection, and I don't really see myself ever getting rid of it. When I see the Antigona in this beautiful medium size, it just brings me nothing but happiness and pure joy. I've always loved the Antigona. I've always been a big fan of it, and I think it's such a beautiful handbag. If you're really considering the Antigona and you like the style and the silhouette, I know some people may say, you know, I don't like it, it's kind of been there, done that. In my opinion, you know, I can see that maybe with like a Selena, you know, the whole luggage bags. I feel like those ones were really overdone. I think they're really pretty bags, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the Antigona is still not overdone, especially since they introduced 2 more sizes in the lineup. I feel like if anything, it leveled up a little bit more. Well, I do like that it's not carried as frequently. I feel very special carrying this handbag. And the variation that I have, because I know I'm probably gonna get asked, it is a smooth leather, so it is not either it's not the glazed or the sugar leather. It is this kind of smooth leather. It is absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I've had this for many years and it literally looks brand new. The only wear that I have is this little scratch, and you can see it right there. And it was because my dog scratched it, but other than that, the bag has been holding up so well. I'm so happy with the handbag, and I think that the Antigona is a really great handbag. I know I'm talking a lot about the Antigona, but this is, like I said, they don't have a lot of bags in their lineup, so I really wanted to take my time to talk about the Antigona. It has a beautiful opening. I always get asked about the sides, how do you remove the strap? So quickly show you here. So the way you take it is it has this little section here, and it has a little section here, so you just go on the side and you just kind of take it off, and then here you just kind of, you put it in through here and you just put it in, and it's like looped in. One thing I will say that I don't like about this one is that sometimes when you're out and about, you know, it could potentially fall off. I've never had that happen, but I know somebody that it happened to them. But so far so good. Antigona going strong, 2.5 years, and I know I'm going to be having this in my collection. I always get asked, is it a bag that you could ever get rid of? Is it a bag que te gusta mucho? Honestly, it's one of my favorite bags. I may not get a lot of wear out of it, but when I do use it, I do love it. But it is a great bag, and I would never get rid of the Givenchy Antigona. It is such a beautiful handbag. I just love it. She is just a stunner. So if you're thinking about like the first handbag, the Givenchy Antigona, I would say go for it 1,000,000 times. It's edgy, it's sleek, it's clean, goes with everything, beautiful. I will also say in the pre-love market, because I know I'm gonna get asked about it, the medium and the small ones don't really retain its value. So therefore, that's great news for you guys, because you guys can get a really great price on the pre-love market. I think something like this retails for, like I said, $24.50. I think mine was $26.50 just because it was like a limited edition one. And so you can literally get them for around 15, some of them even down to 1, some of them maybe 16, but you can get 1 rack off of it. You can literally get 1 rack and it's still in perfect condition. And same for the small one. You could probably get it for $13.75, $14.75, or even $12.75. You kind of can get a really great deal. So if you are considering the Givenchy Antigona and you do want to go the pre-love market, I definitely think that the medium and the small are really great choices to buy in those sizes. Now the mini, nano, and the baby, those ones, since smaller bags are more popular, what I've noticed in the pre-love websites, that those ones retain its value a little bit more. So I'd probably go full price for this one, or maybe wait till Neiman's does like a gift card event or some sort of like maybe 5 or 10% off. But I would honestly just go full price for the 3 smaller ones, the baby, the nano, and the mini, and then the small and the medium. I'd probably go the pre-love market in my opinion. Givenchy Antigona is a classic, and it's been around for 10 years, and it's going to be around in 10 more years. So if it's been a dream bag, if it's back on your radar, I definitely go for it. I don't think you regret it. Honestly, I love my time with my Antigonas, and I love and I've had all three sizes at one point. I've had the mini, I had the small, and then I have the medium, and right now I just have the medium in my collection. The newer version, so therefore, since it was a 10-year anniversary, Givenchy is heavily invested, and you'll notice even on the websites and department stores, they're very reliant on the Antigona, and so they introduced Antigona Soft. So this is kind of based on the trend of soft bags, kind of like Bottega Veneta and a lot of other brands have kind of started to make more of softer bags that aren't super structured. And so this collection has been out for, I want to say, 12 to 18 months ago. I think it probably hit department stores probably in the fall, but we've been seeing this like months ago. So there are 3 sizes in them. There is a small one, which is $19.50. I will say, out of all the sizes, I think that this one's the most practical. And you would think, because of the times that we live in now, some people prefer, it's either you want a really big bag or a small bag. You would think that they would bring this one out in small bags. Who knows, they're probably working on it. Somebody's probably making the bag right now as we're talking. You see them doing soft Antigonas in even smaller sizes, because the small Antigona really isn't that small. Like it's like a perfect everyday satchel. I would even have the small and the medium Antigona, so that's a pretty big bag. And then they have the medium, which is $24.50, which is this one here. This one's kind of like a day bag, a 2-day bag. And then you have the large one, which is $26.50. And honestly, this one's like a straight up duffel. You know, even me, I'm 5'11", like 165 pounds. I would probably just get the small one, even for my frame, and I love me a good big bag because I can handle it. I can handle all the voluminous. I still think that the medium and large are pretty big bags, and so for me, I would probably just go for the smaller one. And like I said, and not everybody wants that big of a bag or like a everyday bag. Some people want a little bit more smaller versions. So it really wouldn't surprise me, since Givenchy heavily invested in the Antigona family, that they actually start making smaller sizes on it. Actually, I put that out in the universe and watch it come out in a few months, and whenever you're watching this in the future, I have already predicted it, that they're gonna come out in smaller sizes. I see anything from the Antigona collection being around for the foreseeable future, even the soft one, just because they're so reliant on it. There's not a lot of lines in the Givenchy handbags. And like I said, I'll talk about that in a few. The next collection, which is going to be the Givenchy Pandora line. So I want to say that the Pandora and then the Givenchy had its moment. I think in the early 2010s, like 2012, 2013, I definitely feel like that Pandora was very popular, where it's had its kind of peak moment. It's still popular, it's still carried, but it's like, it's a classic for Givenchy. It had its peak, but it's still popular, and it's still people still wear it, but not as frequently as that time frame. And so they have 3 different sizes. It'd be 12, 25, and it is this one right here, crossbody and a shoulder bag. And I have seen people take off the strap, because you can take it off and wear it as a little clutch or like a little pouch, but I have seen that happen. You have the small one, which is going to be $18.90, and this one's kind of like the kind of perfect like what's in my bag type style video, where it just kind of fits everything. It's kind of very cutesy, it fits a good amount of stuff, but it still looks kind of like a cute little moment. And then you have the larger one, which is going to be $21.50, and I will say I see more people carry the mini and the small than the medium one. And then they also have a Pepe leather version of this. So what is Pepe leather? Pepe leather is going to be a washed leather, and it kind of has like, I feel like, in my opinion, as much as I love the Pepe leather, I think it's a really beautiful leather, I find that it looks very reminiscent of that time frame of like 2013, 2014, 2012. It kind of reminds me of that time frame, like, oh, you went to go to Barney's New York to buy your Givenchy handbag there. So for me, I get a Pandora in my collection. I would either go for a green leather or maybe a fun kind of novelty style that isn't Pepe leather, because they, like I said, for the Antigonas and for the Pandora, they've done them in so many variations, so many cuts, styles, limited editions, and honestly, I'm here for them, because you can really get a unique one, a unique color, a unique variation that not a lot of people have. This variation is the GV3, and this is probably the handbag that I like the most, and I'll kind of give you my reasonings behind it. So the GV3 is basically a handbag. It comes in 3 sizes. It comes in a mini size, which is going to be $12.90, and this one's more kind of a clutch style. You can definitely tuck in the chain. You can make it a little fantasy, a little pouch moment. It is square, it is structured, and I actually really like the smaller one out of all 3 of them. They have a small one, which is going to be $21.90, and then they have a medium size, which is going to be $25.90. The reason why I necessarily don't care for this collection, even when it came out with, I remember a lot of department stores, and Givenchy was wholesaling this bag to a lot of different places. I remember when it really tried getting pushed out like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, literally all the department stores bought them in so many colors, so many variations, and now when I walk into those same stores, I only really see like 1 or 2 colors in them, and it's usually either black or the brown one. And so the reason why I don't care about it, the first reason is the freaking chain. So point blank is the chain. So let me explain myself. The chain is not removable. I love the chain, I love a little chain moment, but a girl loves options, right? And I cannot believe that they did not have a little clasp to remove that chain. Sometimes I want the chain fantasy, sometimes I don't want the chain fantasy, and I feel like the chain kind of gets in the way. I know you can tuck it in, but chain for me is what does it for me. And then it obviously has a longer strap. You can wear it as a crossbody and shoulder bag, and that one is removable. But I'm like, you couldn't make it, you should have made it removable like a Coach Cassie 19. How it literally has 3 straps on it, but they're all removable. You know, it doesn't cost, you know, more than a couple bucks to put a little clasp on it, and it gives it more variation, you know what I mean? But I just don't like how the aesthetic is just on the chain. Like the chain I don't like. I really care for the GV3 is going to be the opening of the bag. So in this bag, like, yes, kind of the way you kind of open it, it's kind of like, it has a little bit of a concept to it. It kind of has like its little stages. I don't like the concept of it opening up. I know somebody that used to have this bag, and literally she sold it like after a couple seasons. I think after 2 seasons, This bag will literally open on her. You know, she would go out and about, fancy dinners, shopping, traveling, and this bag will literally open at the most randomest times. Sometimes it was super stuffed, sometimes it didn't have a lot in it, and I just don't like how the bag would just open by itself. I think the concept of like kind of like that little trick that it is to kind of open it and close it, it's nice, it's cute, but it's not practical, and so that's why I don't like it. The next reasoning is the compartments on the inside. So on the inside, for the most part, they're all made out of suede, and they're very kind of small. Even in the medium size, it's very like narrow spaces. It's very short, and you know, you have to really divide where you put your stuff in. And so that being said, since it is suede and you are kind of stuffing things in very narrow spots, the suede just tends to look really bad over time, especially the lighter one. And so yeah, that's my reasoning. I don't like the chain, that it's not removable. I don't like that the bag would open. That's probably the biggest security reason. And then the third one is that it's suede lined, and that the suede looks very bad over time, or doesn't wear nicer over time. And I also think that Givenchy, it's a nice bag, and as far as the pre-love market, this bag does not do good at all. Like, I literally just checked on Fashion File before I started this video. You can get the classic brown one for $990. You can get the GV3s for really great prices, but I think for a lot of people, what people don't like is a clasp. That bag literally opens by itself. I don't know if maybe they had a bad batch, I don't know what happened, but the clasp will literally open, and that is a absolute no-go for me. You know, if I want an open handbag, you know, I'll wear it as an open handbag, but I like to make that option, not for it to decide when it wants to be an open handbag moment. Last bag is going to be the ID bag. Yes, guys, there's practically only four lines in the Givenchy collection. I know they kind of have like canvasy ones that say like Givenchy on them. Those ones are kind of like seasonal bags because it's not in black, it's not in brown, it's like in a blue color and a maroon color. So I don't really consider that one of their core lines because they don't even have classic colors in them, and I see this after a season kind of not being there. So that's why I didn't really want to take a moment to talk about it, because this video is probably going to be pretty long. This one is going to be the ID bag. This one in the standard black leather for the small one is $16.90, and for the medium is $19.90. And believe it or not, guys, I actually really like the ID. I remember when it first came out, I want to say like a year and a half ago at this point. I think it got introduced in, I want to say like September, October, November-ish of 2019, and so it's been out for quite a while. And they recently had this new version, a denim version. You guys know how much I'm a sucker for denim, and so I think it's a really cute bag. For me, what I love about it is the price point. I think for a designer handbag, for the sizes, regardless if you get the small or the medium, to have a full leather handbag, for it to have the chain where you can wear it as a crossbody shoulder bag. The top handle moment is kind of like the Givenchy where you can kind of take it off, and so you can wear it so many different ways. Like I said, crossbody, shoulder bag, top handle moment. It has a zipper in the back. You open it, that magnet is really secure. It's a very different bag. It's not a mainstream handbag. I don't see a ton of people. I think I've only seen 2 people in Dallas have this bag. I love the options that you have for this bag. Like I said, crossbody, shoulder bag, top handle moment. We can give you all the different types of fantasies. It's a full-on leather bag on the outside, lined with canvas. And it's a really great size, and you can fit a lot of things. And if you like the brand Givenchy, but maybe you don't want to get something as popular as the Antigona or a Pandora, I think the ID bag's a really great bag. Or if you just want a nice luxury handbag under $2,000, that is perfect, and that actually is a handbag, because I think now we're getting accustomed paying, you know, $2,000 for like a small bag like that. The ID bag's it's a big bag, like it's a good bag. So I think for the size, I think it's a really great price point, and it's not a mainstream bag, and it's been out for that while. I really hope that Givenchy keeps the style. I really hope it sticks. I can see it being around for the next couple of years. It's a really beautiful bag, and I do really like the price point of it. And also about the GV3, I didn't care for the price points. I thought they were a little pricey for what they are. Like, I believe like the GV3 for the medium, it should have been maybe like 22, and then I feel like the small one should have been 2, and then the mini should have been maybe like 11. The current lineup, guys: the Antigona, the soft Antigona, the Pandora, the GV3, and then the ID bag. There's only 5 handbags in their current lineup. Now this could change because, as a lot of you know, Givenchy had a new creative director, and so he's kind of revamping it. I've been seeing like a lot of celebrities wear the newer kind of Givenchy stuff. It's not on the website currently. Very curious to see how that will play out, because I don't really care for a lot of the things that are coming out, and it looks more kind of like Instagram worthy and like more than practicality worthy. And you know, I feel like you can give stuff to people to, you know, wear and stuff for one time, but at the end of the day, it's the people like me and you that actually go and purchase these handbags that, you know, give these brands what they are, regardless if it's the beauty line, the ready-to-wear line, the footwear line, the eyewear line, whatever it is. We're kind of the ones that make or break it. And I don't really like the direction of this kind of new Givenchy. I'm not going to judge it quite yet because I have not seen it in person. I would love to see it in person and love to see how people kind of style it, other than people that are just wearing them as kind of samples or given as a gift. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not hating. I really don't want to see how everyday people like me and you wear these handbags as far as the newer Givenchy line. Continued styles for Givenchy that I wanted to talk about is going to be the Eden. The Eden, I know a few YouTubers have been talking about this bag. There's like a little smaller one, and then there's also kind of like the Ariana Grande one, like the one that Ariana Grande wore for kind of the face of Givenchy. And the Mystic was a very expensive handbag. It was $3,000 for the medium one, and I think $3,000 is a lot of money to choke up for that bag. I feel like it should have been $2,450 like the Antigona, but that was a really pricey price. I have yet to see a person wear this handbag in Dallas. Styles of handbags, do I like the style, do I like the aesthetic? For overall, you know, even though Givenchy is super edited right now, and I feel like it always has, but I definitely see them expanding a little bit more. But we shall see how this creative director will take the brand. But I do think that the styles of the handbags are very classic, are very core. They don't have a lot to them. Obviously there's some that are super outrageous, super crazy, but for the most part they're very clean. Like the outfit that I'm wearing now, Givenchy, looks very clean, classic, tasteful, love it. Is Givenchy good quality? Like, is it a handbag that will hold up? Obviously depending on textures and fabrics, but for the most part I've never really seen Givenchy handbags have like excessive wear or look really bad, especially like the Antigonas and the Pandora hold up. As long as you take care of them and you do what you're supposed to do with them, I find that the handbags will perform really well. And I do think that Givenchy craftsmanship on their handbag is really great, and I think it's a note that other brands should take, in my opinion. Is it worth the price point? Like I said, I think for full retail sales, I think the ID is a great purchase. I love them. I love it, all the variations. I think that the baby, nano, and mini Antigonas are great to buy full price. And I think also the Givenchy soft and the entire collections, because it is a newer style of handbag, I think that's something that full price market. But I think anything else, you can definitely get a really great deal on the pre-love market if you do want to find a variation or get a great deal. So like I said, I think those ones are worth full price. Everything else, it's really good to consider if you do want to go the pre-love mart route. A good wardrobe investment, and by investment we mean, will it have longevity? Is it something that can have in my closet and pull out in 5 years? I think for any variation of a Givenchy Antigona, yes. I think for the Pandora, yes. And I think all the other ones, we shall see. But I will say in this video, the Pandora and any variation of an Antigona, I think is a great wardrobe investment, and I think that they'll still be around 5 years from now. How frequently does the style change? Like I said, they kind of introduce like a line or two a year, and like I said, there's a lot of them that have come and go, but nothing like this Givenchy Antigona full collection or the Pandora. Really not changed a lot, so I would go for those two, in my opinion, if you want to have a forever bag or a bag that you can get a lot of wear out of. Do they go on sale? Yes. At the end of the season, Givenchy is one of those brands, just like Chloe, that do go quite on sale, anywhere from 20 to even 60 to 80% off, depending on the item, if it's ready to wear, if it's handbags. But particularly in the accessories category, you can save 40% off at the end of the season on Givenchy. So yes, they do go on sale quite frequently, but obviously the classics won't. But from the time to time, you will find, you know, Antigonas and different styles and variations on sale in the department stores. About the pre-love market, like I said, I talked about that a little bit. I think that the pre-love market is really great. You can find a really great deal on the pre-love market. There's so many styles, variations. Like I said, within the last 10 years, they've done much styles, particularly like in those hype years where, like from 2013 to 2015, like where the Antigona was really popular. I mean, it is still popular, but it's not like a super it bag, or like the Givenchy Pandora. I think that the pre-love market is flooded with so many great, beautiful variations of those handbags. So yeah, I think that the pre-loved market is really great for Givenchy to purchase. Would I own one? Givenchy Antigona medium here. I love it, love it, love it so much, and I see myself having it for the foreseeable future. And would I own any other bag from Givenchy right now? The answer is no. I'm pretty content in my Givenchy Antigona medium, and I don't really see myself adding any other Givenchy handbags in the future, but I am really content with that one. And yeah, guys, that's going to be Givenchy handbags. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? And I kind of give you a little bit of a product knowledge. I kind of gave you the rundown of the entire lines. Like I said, a beautiful brand. The rundown of Givenchy gave you guys a little bit of a product knowledge. We love a little educational fashion video. I think that the handbags are beautiful. All the handbags are well made, regardless if it's a discontinued or a current bag. I think Givenchy is definitely worth it, and I think it's something that everybody should have at least one Givenchy item in their wardrobe, and regardless of what it is. And yeah, I'm going to give you a quick Givenchy collection of items. I don't have a lot, but I did want to show you because, you know, if I am doing these videos, I kind of want to talk about the pieces that I have. So first things first, Antigona medium, love it. She is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. I have these Givenchy jaw sneakers. I wear them not super frequently. I probably wear them once or twice a month. Super cute. These definitely to the 6 foot mark, and I love them. I get so many compliments on them. I have these Givenchy sunglasses. They are more of a flat top, and they kind of give me like a Celine vibe. And like I said, this is going to be the outfit que me voy a ponerme on Friday. I'm literally going to be giving you guys a Givenchy moment, and I'm here for it. I may look like a very stuck-up person, but when you talk to me, I am the sweetest thing ever. And I have this Givenchy jacket. It was like a $3,500 jacket. I got it from Nordstrom Rack like a year and a half ago, and I got it for, I want to say like $400, and I love it so much, and I'm going to be wearing it. I have the belt in my closet. I have this Givenchy belt that I recently got not too long ago. This is the packaging that it came with. You'll see this in a future haul. And then I have these little Givenchy boots right here that I've had for literally, it's about to be 4 years in November. So yeah, the few pieces that I have from Givenchy, as you can see, are very clean cut, classic, and very core items. So a little bit of a Givenchy collection. I didn't want to make this video super long, but yeah, this is my Givenchy handbags. Are they worth it and are they not worth it? Let me know your thoughts and your opinions of the whole Givenchy brand, and let me know what video you want to see next. Do you want to see Bottega or Valentino? Whichever one you guys pick, I will probably do it. I probably will do the Valentino one first, but if not, then the following week I'll probably do the Bottega one. But I'll leave the TORY BURCH one, and I'll leave the Chloe one down below. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in this series next Friday. And yeah, guys, I'll talk about a handbag line. And like I said, we're gonna be doing every Friday until we're done. And probably by the time we're done, there's gonna be so many new bags that we can do it again. There's like literally like 150 brands that I can name on the top of my head that I can do one for. So we're strapped in for the next couple years, guys, me and you every Friday. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. The links for everything will be down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys, and take care.